total basics of chess. Okay, now I have YouTube bright voice from babies. What do you know about chess? You can tell me loud.
Basic principles.
Basic principles. Okay.
Opening rules.
Opening?
Principles.
Opening principles. Okay. Then what else you know?
Tactics.
Which one?
Tactics.
Tactics. Okay. Now
Calculating the pieces.
calculating the pieces. Okay. Now what we do is we learn from total basics, from scratch. We learn the ABCD of chess. Now, if you see the chessboard, how many squares are there?
64.
64 squares. Okay. That's easy because you already know that. Now we call them dark squares and light squares. Okay. But I have a green board. But these are all dark squares. These are all light squares. Fine. Any doubt in that? So how many dark squares and how many light squares are there? If it is 64 squares totally, there are equal number of dark squares and equal number of light squares.
32.
32 dark squares, 32 light squares. Fine. You should note all these down. You can watch the video again later and you can make a note of all these points. Okay. Now, next if you see on the board, there are alphabets and numbers. Can you see that? Okay, what are the alphabets?
A to
A to H are the alphabets. Numbers?
1 to 8.
Okay. Now, there is a reason for this. What do you think is the reason for the alphabets and numbers?
Because they will tell us the
No.
notation.
Louder.
They will tell us the notation.
Notation. Okay, what is notation?
Notation means we take the square, it's called B5 and 6th rank. So it's called B6. This square.
Wonderful. Okay, now we'll get to the point. So now we have 64 squares, 32 dark squares, 32 light squares. Then we have alphabets A to H and numbers 1 to 8. Now, how we differentiate this? The one here is already written white, it is black, so it's easy. So when you open the board, like this.
Now also if there's not written, we can from the
Yes,
8
that's
side it's
very
not
good,
black
very
and from the white from the
Very
one side it will start.
Very nice, very nice. Beautiful. Now, generally, whenever you arrange a chessboard, always on the right hand side, this is my right hand side, is a white square. And on your right hand side, there is another white square. So we have a white, what do you call this? Diagonal, very nice. This is a white diagonal, this is a black or dark square diagonal. Okay. Now, always for white, it starts on A to H. For black, it starts on the left side, it is H to A. And the numbers you see, 1 to 8 for white side, and for black it is H to 1, reversal. Okay, we'll get to the rotations in some time. Before that, what is this?
One.
Okay, pawn. P-A?
W.
P-A-W-N. Okay. Now, these squares have a name. All the squares, all the 64 squares have names. Now, how do we say the name? If I place the pawn here,
E4.
E4, because it is in, what do you call these? Do you know what you call these?
E5.
These are all files. A to H. A, B, C, D, E, F to H. They are all called files. 1, 2, 3 to 8 are called ranks. So files, ranks. Okay, any doubt? So when I place the pawn here, first we tell the alphabet, then the number. You go straight, which are, it is E, and it's on the fourth line. So E5, fourth line. So we call it E4. As simple?
Yes.
Very simple. Now if I place it here, we'll see who is faster than this.
C6.
C6.
B3.
B3.
F6. F5.
F5. Okay.
C7. B1. G2.
Okay.
E7.
Wonderful. Now you know the square names. Because many people still get confused about the square names. They play tournaments. I'm telling about the children who play Nilgiri in the Nilgiri district. They still are not very much aware of the square names and they have to write notations.
But in our chess class, we have to tell the notation. The sir will.
Okay. Now, what you have to do is, when playing chess, there are three things that you have to do. Do you know what are the three things?
Concentrate.
First of all, concentration is 100% required. In chess, first thing is we move the piece. For example, I make the move. After moving, there is a clock. Every chess game has a clock. Have you seen a chess clock?
Yes.
Do you have one? Yeah.
No.
See this chess clock, and I'll bring my clock next time. There's a clock. So I am white, you are black. The chess clock is here. So in this half, it will have a separate timer, and this side it will have a separate timer. So generally, chess is played in time. Why it's played in time? We cannot sit the whole day and play. There is time limit. Do you play cricket? You play cricket. What are the different formats of cricket? Do you know test matches? Test matches? One day? 2020? 2020 is played in 20 overs. One day match is played for 50 overs. So they have timing and limitations. Same that in chess we have two clocks here. I can press here, you can press there. Next time I put the clock. And we have time. For example,
Tournaments, they will press as soon as if the pawn is there, we move, we will press it.
yes, no, that's what I tell you. Now the clock is generally kept on black's right hand side. Have you played any tournament so far? Imagine this is a clock here. It is always for black's right hand side. Okay.
And the white's left hand.
White side. Black's right hand, black is convenient for black. Now I play the first one. Then what I should do immediately is press the clock.
We can't take time when press.
You can take time, you lose the game. Why I'll tell you that. So I have 1 hour time, 1 hour's time, you have 1 hour's time. So when initially we both have 1 hour each. I have 1 hour, you have 1 hour. When I make the move, I press here, your clock starts
When I do
decreasing.
it in leeches, I just saw and I think blitz, I saw in there in the clock. If you take so much time and there's just 2 minutes for us, and then after 2 minutes only we press the clock means next chance we'll only have 2 minutes. In the blitz, they will in the
Yeah,
leeches
blitz.
they will have 5 minutes only.
5 minutes, there are different patterns of beats. 1 minute game is there, bullet is there, 5 minutes is there, 5 minutes plus 3 seconds, many patterns. Generally, we keep 1 hour. Okay? So I have 1 hour, you have 1 hour. I made the move, I press the clock. So your time will be decreasing from 1 hour, 59 minutes, 58, it will be coming down. Why we have this
So as
option?
soon as we move, we will press here.
Now you have made a move. For example, you have made your move from here to here. Now you have to press the clock. That is very important. Okay. Now I made the move. Press the clock. Now wait, I'll tell you. Okay. Now you made the move. But you didn't, you forgot to press the clock. Because why I made this is generally Nilgiri's children. I've seen only know to play chess, but they don't know about the clock. So whenever the clock board, they only play the game. When the clock is kept, they get tensed. It's like something new to them. So when you learn initially in the beginning stages, if you learn properly, you will not have the tension. Okay. So always you should play and use a clock. Fine. Now I played, I press the clock, your time is running, you played, you forgot to press the clock. So what happens? What will I do? I will be sitting. Time is getting to 0, 1 hour to 0. So I will be thinking, simply I will be acting like I'm thinking seriously. But initially what happens? So your time is going from 1 hour to 0. And if your clock goes to 0, that means I will win.
Even if nobody keeps checking it.
Nothing else. That's right time. So if your clock from 1 hour to it goes to 0, falls to 0, I won. Same thing. If my clock goes to 0, you have some time, then you will win. Only one person can win in that condition. Okay, now the third important thing is I played, press the clock, then I have a notation score sheet here. There is a chess score sheet here. So I should write the score. Do you not write notations? Okay. There is white side, black side. So now what is my move I played? I played my move. I don't have to hold the pen. With my score sheet there. You will also have a score sheet there. So I made this move. I made this move. Press the clock. I wrote the notation. Come. You are right. You are doing very well. Okay, now I made the move. I press the clock. I wrote the notation. Now what you have to do? Very good. Now,
Write the notation.
okay, now here is very, very important thing. This you will start from now on. Don't wait for later. Now, if you don't practice this, it will become difficult in the later series. So now we'll start from here. I made the move. Forget later. Don't have to worry about it. I have to concentrate on the board. I made my move. Press the clock. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to write my name. My name comes first because I'm white. So it is Vino and the player's name, my opponent's name. So I write my move. Relax. Now you have to play. So you made your move.
Press.
Yes, you have to play. Now I have to write your score also. Your notation also. Your move also has to be written. Same thing after I
And
will.
then black should write your moves and my moves. And then,
White has to write both the moves. Black also has to write both the moves. Okay.
then we can practice at home and you will
Every game in chess it should be written. Even if you are playing for fun, you are playing with your mother, father for fun. If you think it's very good. Because sometimes if you make a mistake, after you go through the game, you can change the mistake. You can find out where you made the mistake. Fine. So make the move, press the clock, right. Make the move, press the clock, right. Opponent's move also. So far, any
If
doubt?
we keep it check, we can write our
I will
time.
tell you. Okay, we'll come to that one by one. So now we know the square names, how to make the move and press the clock and write the location. So far, any doubts here?
If you put the check to the king, we should write 0-0.
No, I will come to that later. Okay, one by one. Okay, next. What we should know? What's the next thing to know? You know the board. You know the moves and clock and writing notations. What next?
Like pieces and
Okay,
values.
wonderful. Pieces. Now, can you take me all the different pieces from white? Just put it here.
White.
Only white. Okay. One of each one. What else is there? Each. No, this is already there, so we'll forget it. Then what else is there? Okay, so we have how many pieces?
6.
6 pieces. Okay, do you know the names of these?
Yes. King, bishop, rook.
Wait, one by one. Okay. What is the king? Where's the king?
King,
Okay.
bishop, rook, pawn, the queen, knight.
Okay. Now, what is the difference between king and the queen?
Because if king has no points and queen has 9 points. Why
No,
the
we are
king?
not going to the points. How can we differentiate the pieces?
Queen can go.
No, I'm not talking about the movement. How can we differentiate the pieces? They both a little bit the same, no? What is the difference? What difference it makes in the pieces? There's a small difference in the
King has a.
king has a cross on the top, on the head. So this is a king. So whenever you see the cross, it's a king. And the one with similar height, they both are generally similar height. Can you see the heights? Same, slightly different. So this is a queen. Okay, next what are the other pieces?
Bishop.
Okay, generally they call this elephant. But in chess terms it is called rook. R-O, okay. You can note all these points down later. You can go through it. We call this
Knight.
horse generally, but it's a knight. K-N-I-G-H-T. Then this is,
Bishop.
they call minister. Beginners they call minister, but in chess term it is bishop. These are what they call this.
Pawn.
Pawn. But generally they will soldiers. In chess it is called pawn. Okay. We have all the other pieces, same pieces. We'll just take it in a minute. Now next what we have to do is we have to go through how the pieces move. Okay. Which is the easiest piece to move?
Queen.
Queen.
And
Okay. Then. Then what else? Bishop. Then.
knight.
Knight. Okay, knight is easy for you to move because knight only has a lot of problems. People move. Then.
Because if knight with knight, we can put triple attack.
Okay, triple attack. Okay, now let's get to the point. Now, pawn. The white pawn, where it belongs to? Okay, white side, but it is in the second line. You can place all the pawns on the second line. White pawns. One of two. Right. Now, do you know how the pawn moves? This is important.
First, in the first thing the pawn moves, can move one step or also two steps.
Fine.
After it moves two steps, it can't again go two steps. It can only go one step.
Fine, okay.
And the pawn can capture in the wild
Diagonal.
diagonal,
Okay,
but
that will
only
do.
one
So
step.
the first thing is, any pawn in its original position can move either two squares or one square. That is your choice. The player's choice. Once you move two squares, from there it moves only one square till the end. Okay.
When the pawn goes to the end, it can take any pieces because
Fine.
when it goes to the end, it can't move again.
Okay.
So it can promote any pieces.
Now let's talk about pawn promotion. We know pawn goes two steps or one step, then only one step till here. Once you reach the 8th rank, for white, it has to reach the 8th rank. You can convert to a
Queen
queen
or rook, anything.
or a rook or a bishop or a knight. That is your choice. Okay? You can do whatever you want. Now, generally, what we do is, what you will want to promote the queen, pawn to?
Queen.
Generally, you want queen because queen is the most valuable. Okay? We'll learn about the point value also. So now, when you go here, you cannot tell I will keep my pawn there. It is not allowed. Either it will be here only, or you can place and promote, or you can leave it as it is. That's your choice. But it's our play. It's our play. Okay. Now, queen and rook. When you promote your piece there to a queen or a rook, what is it called? This has got a higher value. Okay. This has got a name. You can also promote the pawn to knight or a bishop.
Major promotion.
Major. These two are major pieces. Bishop and knight are called minor pieces. So when you're, for example, you move your pawn here. You want to keep your bishop, you don't want to keep a queen. So you call that under promotion. You have become under promotion. These two pieces, anything it comes, only one you can keep. These two are called under promotion. Fine. Okay. Now, do you have any doubts so far?
No.
You can go through the video if you have any doubts. You can put it in the comments and explain. Now, the point value, which is very important. They are all the different pieces. Can you tell me the point value?
5 points, 9
Okay,
points.
we will go in order.
Zero.
We will go from highest to lowest. Which is highest? King is highest, is it?
No, it has no points.
King has
Because if the king goes, that's the game is over.
Game is over. Now the point values, highest point is for the queen. What is the point?
9.
9 points. You understood? 9 points.
Yes.
Then next is,
5.
what is it?
Rook.
The rook has got only 5 points.
Knight 3 points.
Knight 3 points.
Bishop 3 points.
Bishop 3 points.
Pawn 1 point.
Pawn is only 1 point.
King 0.
King has no point value because we can play the game without the queen. Can we play?
Yes.
But can you play the game without the king? We cannot play. So the king has got no value at all. Fine. Okay. Now you know the points again?
Yes.
Okay. Fine. Now so far we know the board, we understood the board, we know the square names, we know the clock, make the move, press the clock, write the rotation. Every single time. Even if you are playing a game for fun, do that. Keep a separate notebook for your game collection. Fine. That will be good for you to check your mistakes and not to repeat your mistakes. Okay. Now, arranging the board. Okay. Now, arranging the board is very simple.
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me the way of, don't arrange, can you tell me a way of arranging the board without touching it?
Rooks will be at the corner of the board.
Okay.
Knights will be beside the rooks, and then bishops will be beside the rook. Knights, and then the queen will only stand on the queen's favorite color.
Okay, right. Okay, so to make it very simple, all you have to know is queen on d1. We'll see from white's point of view. Okay, white queen on d1. There's only one thing you should remember, nothing else. Because I see players who come for tournaments, they make a mistake in arranging the board. When they arrange the board, they make a mistake of king and queen. The king is placed here, the queen is placed here, it is wrong. So we cancel the game and ask them to restart the game. This is during tournaments. So once you understand the queen on d1, everything else is easy. Next to the queen comes the king. Give me the white king, please. Okay, king on e1. Queen on d1, king on e1. Then the bishops. Okay. Then the
Knights.
give me the knights, please. Then knights. Then rooks. The rooks. Simple. In front of them are all the 8 pawns. You can arrange the pawns. One of them. All the 8 pawns. So this arranging is simple. Now, what happens for black? Straight opposite to white's queen is the black's queen. So you can come here. Black queen. You are in that team. Straight opposite to the king is no. You go
Straight.
opposite to wait, one second. Opposite to the white's queen is black's queen. Opposite to the white's king is black's king. Then the bishops.
Knights.
No, I can arrange bishops. 2 bishops.
Knights.
2 knights.
2 rooks.
2 rooks. Fine.
Then
Front of the pawns. All the 8 pawns. You can. Okay, arranging is simple.
yes.
Okay. Now, so far you know board, how to make the move, press the clock, right the rotation. You have arranged the board. Now, what is the next thing?
Control the center.
Okay, we are not starting. We have to know how the pieces move. Okay, we'll come to the point later. Okay, now, how does the piece move? Okay, we will just get all the black pieces out. Now, let us first see how the king moves. You have to write this in a notebook. Later on, not now. You can write it.
We have wrote it in our notes.
I wanted it in my notebook for our class. Okay. Now, how does the king move? It's very simple and easy. Who can tell me how the king moves? You can just speak.
It can go
No,
every.
no.
It
The
can,
king is here.
it can go every direction, but only one step.
Okay. Now, so we'll make it very simple. You can write what I tell later. You can listen to the video and write it down. The king moves 1 square at a time in all directions. That means it can move here. From here, how many squares it can move?
Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 squares. Very good. Okay. You can look that up. So you can move. Now the king is here. It can move 5 squares. The king is here. You don't have to touch anything. Only the answer.
3 squares.
3 squares. Show me the squares. What are the 3 squares? Where are you getting from?
G1,
You can touch the square in it. You just touch the square.
G1, G2, H2.
Okay, fine. You don't have to tell the square names. Okay, king is here. How many squares? No touching. Only telling. Because you are advanced players now.
8 squares.
8 squares. These got some answer. How many squares? No touching at all.
8.
8 squares. Go little behind. Go little behind. In chess, this is very important. You have to look at it. Okay? In chess, there is one important rule. What is that rule? It is very important. That will come later. But basic rule is do not touch any piece unnecessarily. Your board, your hand should not come inside the board. After you make a move, sit back. Get away from it. Don't come to the board. You just and another rule is don't play in a hurry. There is no rush to play in chess. Think. Okay. First point is once you make a move, be away from the board. Not doesn't mean you have to go somewhere else. You can sit there, don't come to the board and keep your hand like this. That's all not encouraged. Okay. Now after I made the move, I should take the hand, sit there. See the board. Make your next plan. Do something.
But
Create
once
space.
if we move it and if we take the hand or move it.
Yes, correct. Now I am making a move. Okay. Now I'm only king's move. I do a king's move. If I move it like this, take my hand, the move is completed.
But if we move like this, we didn't take the hand, we can take it.
Okay. Now I don't know whether to go here. I'm confused. So I'm just coming here. Then I'm planning to go here. Then I'm planning to go here. And here, if I keep and complete the move, that's complete. But if I keep it somewhere like this, what happens? It is illegal because we don't know which square it is. It's not illegal, but we don't know which square it is. So we call the arbiter. Arbiter is the referee for football. We call referee. Umpire in cricket. So we call the arbiter, sir. We don't know that. It's the arbiter will be the story. So always, when I arrange the board, I make sure when starting the game, it's all done properly done. That is discipline. Fine. This thing. You should not keep this. This is not having discipline, right? So always keep the pieces in the middle. You don't have to be very perfect, but reasonably it should be. Okay, now the king here, how many squares? I want your answer. How many squares? You can
8.
8. King here.
5.
5. King here.
8.
Okay. King here.
8.
King here.
8.
King here.
5. 8.
No hurry. I told you no hurry. You should count and tell me. Okay, now what difference did you see here?
If the king is in the middle of the board, the king can control many squares.
Okay, now you saw the king is in the middle. Okay, so it can travel to many squares, whereas the king is in the corner. How many squares? 3. Do you want many squares or less squares? Do you want many chocolates or less chocolates? What do you mean? Ice cream, chocolates? Many. We don't want one piece. We want many. So the king is here. It is not only, it is restricted to 3 squares only. So we should not take our pieces to the corner. What we should do?
Keep them in the middle.
We should bring our piece in the middle, with somewhere in the middle, and make our opponent's pieces to go to the corner. Understood? The same thing opponent also will try with this. So when your opponent's piece are in the corner, his activity is less. Yes?
But if the king is in the corner, the opponent can keep checkmate very easily.
That will come. Step by step. Okay. Now we saw the activity of the king in the middle is more than in the corner. Okay. You have followed the king's move? Okay. What is the next piece?
Queen.
Queen, okay. Now I'll ask you some questions. No touching the board. No coming hands to the board. You have to tell me. Okay. The queen's initial square. How many squares it can travel to? I want the total number of times. Total number of times.
From this place.
Original place. How many squares it can move? You can sit.
14.
14. You? You should count it. See the board, huh?
22.
22. Okay. Now you show me your 14 squares. Touch and show.
1,
Can use the pen. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Okay, 14. Yeah, you tell me.
1, 2, 3.
No, you should not count the square where it is already. Because already it's taken its place. So count the square other than that square.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
17. Whose answer is correct? You told 14, you told 17.
Both are wrong.
Both are right.
Because he told 17, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
20. Okay. So here is one more discipline. Whenever you start counting the squares, go in one direction, finish. So now what I do is, let us call this sideways. Okay, there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then front and back. I'm making very simple English. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This is the diagrams. 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay. So you told 14, you told 17, but it's going to 21 squares. Okay. Now if I keep the king on F1, how many squares? What does it? Here. No, it's actually all time.
22.
Yeah.
22.
20?
2.
You? Fine. And one last odd one first. 22. And you?
19.
19. Okay, you show me 22. You show me 22.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. When I counted it was
22. That means you didn't count properly. Okay, no problem. Now you have 21 squares. You told 19 squares, but you showed 21, so you showed more squares. Here also is 21. Okay, now if I keep the queen on B1, you can give me the answer. So, no touch it.
Twenty-one.
21. Are you getting 21 squares? Can you see the 21 squares here? Okay, you show me the squares.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Okay. Now if I place the queen here, if I place the queen here,
Twenty-one.
20. If I keep the queen here, 21. Now you are boldly telling 21. Now if I keep the queen here,
19.
19. You?
20.
21. 21 or 19?
21.
21. Now the idea is, now what we are going to learn is this square, this square, this square and this square are called, what are they called? Corner squares. Get me the point, please. The A1, A8, H1, H8 are called corner squares. Okay. These 6 squares in between them,
Edge squares.
correct. These are called edges. Fine. Corner edges. Now, which is the center of the chessboard?
D4, D5, E4, E5.
Okay.
And also
Also?
F6, F5, F4, E4, small center and also big center.
Okay, there are so many centers. The main center is E4, D4, E4, E5, D5. You can call it any one. E4, E5, D4, D5. These are the 4 squares, which is the sweet center. Okay. Why it's sweet center? Because we put some sweets and eat on that. Huh? Is it so? Okay. So these 4 are the center squares, corner, edges. Now, what we saw here is the queen on the edge. Any of the edges is traveling to how many squares?
21.
21 squares. Today we learn blindly anywhere the queen is the edge. You can tell 21 squares. This are connected. So anywhere in this trick you learned today, that is for you here. So 21 square is the secret we learned today. Wherever the queen on the edge is
21.
21 square. Queen on the corner
21.
21. Oh, queen on the corner
22.
22. You count with it. You can touch it and show. It's your
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
21. Right? Here
21.
21. Here
21.
here.
21.
Okay. Now what is the story here? The queen is here.
21.
We count 7, 7, 7. 21. 7 3s are 21. When the queen is here, 7, 7, 7, 21. Queen is here,
7, 7, 7, 21.
no, see, 7, this is 7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. When it is here, easily 7 and 7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So you learn the secret today. Not everybody knows. Why you should know this? That you know later. Because when you have your piece, a queen, somewhere in the corner of edge of the board, you have a value of its moves 21 squares it can be. So that is why I tell, don't play in a hurry. Opponent made a move quickly. You don't have to do that. You can take your time, relax, think, see your plot.
The opponent suddenly, we know this, if opponent suddenly take it means we can, it's not needed that we have to take in a hurry. We can think and think.
Every move, see for example, okay, I am playing like this. Okay, now my opponent can take it. Captain.
If the queen is here and we are playing the queen here and we didn't take the hand also, the opponent knows the rook is going to take it. So when we keep before we take the hand, if they come in,
That
if
is,
they
that is
dance,
illegal. That is illegal from their side. Because till that's what I told my first point. Till you finish your game, till I finish my move, your hand should be out of the board.
because after we moved, we didn't take hand, it means we didn't have time to press the clock.
No, they'll do it. No, I have to play. Your hand should not be on the board. That is in chess. So I mustn't keep my hands in this. Because I will be irritating the opponent. So always be aware, watch. You can watch. But your hand should not be in this. This is irritating. My hand is like making movement and it's spoiling your concentration. Your focus can be getting spoiled. So now I have to play with this. I get 9. Now, what you should do?
Now we can take the queen.
No, you should think. First you should think. What you should think?
Why they want the queen?
Correct. That is the first question that should arise you. You should watch the video again. Okay. Whatever points I told you, go to the notebook and next class I check. So as soon as I am playing, I am keeping it here. And confidently keeping it here. Confident, you know what is the meaning of confident? I am sure about my name.
So you have to think why he opened like that.
Why did I bring my queen there?
What
Is there any
if we take the queen, what will he move next?
correct, exactly.
Because sometimes when my father plays with me, I will tell you don't want the queen and I'll take the queen straightly. My father will keep there looking and tell checkmate.
Correct. So that is called. This idea. Right? Watch the video again. These points will be useful for you because I will not repeat this next class. The idea is I am giving this
For
free. Correct. Wonderful. I am giving it this for free. In life, there is one thing. Are you listening? In life, there is one thing. Nothing is free. Is there anything free? Nothing is free. When something is for free, then they are going to put masala on the head. You know the meaning of putting masala on the head? You know that? They are going to do something first. They'll tell those small boys when they go to shop, don't go eat sweets from somebody. Have your parents told that? They eat, they put medicine and give and they carry you, that you. They are not told you. So if they give something, it means that they are going to take something from you. So do not, after this move is made, think. We know, everybody knows, they are getting a queen.
even if they take the queen, they in the support of they'll come and keep in here, check, then remote here, we take this checkmate.
Okay, now we have only 2 pieces here. Okay, only rook and queen. Now, if I keep it here, now it is known, understood, this is a free queen. It is captured, okay? But what you have to do is think. Wait, do I have a good move? You have to look at it. Do I have a good move? Should I capture or should I play something else? We should play.
Because for taking the queen, we could even have some checkmate threats.
Threats, good. So always think. Okay, now next point. We have seen the king and the queen's key. Okay, now the queen is coming to the center. Who can tell me the answer? I want the answer.
How much queen?
How many squares? Not touching. Only looking. How many squares?
27.
How many?
27.
Show me. 27. Both of you 27. Okay, one by one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27.
Now if I keep the king here,
27.
27. Oh yeah. Thorough. Huh? 27 or less? More.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16. 17, 18, 19, 20. 20.
That's why I told I have one discipline of counting. First go straight and front and back.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27.
20. So if you count in a systematic order, you will not miss the squares. Are you listening? Okay. Now if you count here, this diagram, and if you count here, you might miss something. So you will not get the answer. Now if I keep the queen here,
27.
27, right? Sure. Yes. 26. Now, what difference did you find between the king and the queen? King was here.
The movements.
Movement is the queen moves similar to the king, but many number of squares. King moves one square at a time, all directions. Queen moves many squares in all directions. Okay, fine.
But the most valuable than Venus, the night it can half the.
We are coming one by one. Let's go step by step, so we will not get confused. So we have to be here. Now, if I keep the queen here, how many squares? Not actually.
23.
23. Show me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
25 squares. Okay, you missed 2 squares. I think you missed these 2.
I think he missed this.
No problem. Okay.
No,
If I keep the queen here, how many squares?
25.
25. I keep the queen here.
21.
21.
23.
Hmm? 23. Show me.
1, 2, 3.
No, very simple tactic. Okay.
Because I counted how I could say fast means because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's easy, so I just did 7,
Always.
8, 9, 10.
Always, there's one idea. You have to look at it when you talk. Always there's an idea. Forget this and this. It is 14. Okay, this is a technique. So when I speak, if you look at me, you will understand. Always 7 plus 7, 14 is there. Now you have to only count 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So keep it here. Already your 14 is there. Which is the 14? Show me. No, just the 14 is this is the 14. Count the diagram.
15, 16.
No, you can just simply count. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So this 14, don't waste time on this. So they are saving time in the game. Okay? Yes?
Whenever we are playing the game, we count how much stadium.
This we should have an idea. You don't have to count anything. This is a basic idea to control the game. Okay? Now you will understand that later. Okay. Now, what did you see with the king and the queen?
King has a cross.
Okay, that is fine. So my question is, the king was here, it had less squares. How many?
Yes.
How many? Huh? Now,
3.
3. The queen was here.
More.
How many? How many?
21.
21. When the king was here,
8.
8. The queen was in the same place. 24. So you can see the difference, right? So when you are in the middle, center of the board, you should look at me. Whenever I talk, you should look at me. So when the board, king and the queen are in the middle of the board, they have more access to the board, to all the corners of the board. Okay? So now we are thorough with the king and queen. Because before I play, you should know this. Only when you know this, we can get to the game. And next, which one you want? Rook. Rook here.
14.
14. Good.
7 are 14.
7 to 14. Okay.
14. Wherever the rook stands, it can only go 14.
Shake hands. Very good answer. Wherever you get the rook, it's got 14. Let it be in the corner.
14.
Let me in the middle of the square board. Let me the edge. Everywhere is 14. Simple. Very good answer. Next which one?
Bishop.
Okay. Bishop in the corner. Now, how does the bishop move? Okay, I will tell you about how the rook moves. When the rook moves, we'll call it front and back. Simple. Simple English. This is front and back. This is sideways. Or what we call it? Vertically, horizontally. You know the meaning of vertical and horizontal? We don't have to worry about it. We have to know only front and back and sideways. Okay. Bishop moves. How does the bishop move?
Diagonal.
Diagonal. You don't have to know. You have to tell me how the bishop moves.
Diagonal.
Diagonally. The bishop moves on the color of its square. Now what
You
color?
cannot move any color, only in its
That's what the point is. The bishop moves on the color of its square. What's this color?
black.
Black or dark. It's a dark square bishop. It's a dark square. If I give the bishop there, it's a light square bishop. Okay. Now bishop, how many squares?
7.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bishop here.
4. 7.
7.
Where are the bishops?
No, you have to wait. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bishop here.
11.
Show me.
7. 1,
No,
2,
no,
3,
give it.
4.
No, no, touch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Bishop here.
Thirteen.
13. Now, did you see the difference?
15.
Show me. Give me here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
30. Okay.
I
Now,
think he added this one.
you mustn't add that. So, whichever square it is there, we don't have to do it. Now, what's the difference here?
If in the corner it goes less squares.
Less squares, middle, more squares. You cover the bishop. Next is the knight. We'll keep the original place, starting place.
But this everyone knows. It
Okay,
can go
knight moves in
three
L
shape.
shape. We can put an L. Can you see one L? One square, two squares, and this is 3 square. Don't put L like this. No big L. Only this is 1, 2, 3. Can you see L shape here?
this.
Fine.
So if we can move it like this.
Anywhere. Okay. Then
Anywhere, but the special of the knight is not about the points. If this is like this, then the knight can jump.
okay. Right. Very good. The knight is the only piece.
Can jump.
Okay. The knight is the only piece in the chessboard which can jump.
Which can jump and also go L shape.
Okay, now I'll show you this. Now these are the pawns here.
Starting position.
Okay, we'll do this. Now the bishop is here. This is all I'm giving you ideas. Now can the bishop move?
No.
No, because it is blocked by the pawns. Now if the queen is here, can the queen move?
Yes.
Yes. That's what I told you, don't be in a hurry. Whenever they ask question, think and tell me, don't be in a hurry. Okay, the queen is here. Can the queen move?
Yes. Yes.
How many space?
7.
7. Right. The king is here.
2.
It's 2. Wonderful. Very good. Rook is there.
7.
7. Now we have a knight. Bishop, you saw the difference. The knight will come here. How many squares the knight can go? Hmm? You? How many squares?
9.
How many?
9.
Show me. Give the pen.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You don't count
Sir,
that. Wherever it lands.
sir, 1, 2, 3.
Correct. Wherever it lands, that is called one square. That is one move. You don't have to count 1, 2, 3, 4. So wherever you land, now next land is this AM. Next landing is? Where is next landing? Here. That is 2. Next landing is?
3.
3. So the knight is the only piece that can jump. Something interesting also. Okay. Now, we saw the knight here. Okay, knight here, how many squares?
2.
2. These 2.
Yes.
So that's an L. This is also one move. These are not 2 moves. This is not one move. This is not.
All together it's only.
One. Very good. Second. That is one move. Now, next square is either this way or this way. Stay landing on the same square. So 2 moves. Knight in the corner is got
Yes.
only 2 moves. Knight in the edge.
3.
3. Show me.
1, 2, 3.
Lovely. Knight here.
2.
2. You have to count.
3.
Count.
1, 2, 3.
You have an answer?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Lost that square. Okay. Now here it is 4. Here.
4.
4. Beautiful. Show me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Now let us come to our favorite place, which is
Center.
center. No touching. How many squares?
8.
Show me. Okay. Do you have an answer?
3, 4,
8.
5.
No, no. Stop. Restart.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. We can just make it very simple. Knight L. We have to only look for L shapes. 1, 2, 3. This is one square. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right?
How do you
That's all. Sorry. 7, 8. No, this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fine. Here.
8.
8. Here.
8. 8.
Okay. No.
Anywhere in the center you can
Anywhere in the center is going in. In the corner,
2.
2. In the edge,
3.
3 or 4. If it's here, 1, 2, 3. If it's here, 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
Fine. Now what have you learned by this technique?
Moving the pieces and counting the.
Bringing your piece, don't count. It's only idea to think in a better way. You have to look at me like that. So you have to make an idea with the number of options you have. So as soon as I move, you don't have to move fast. Now, the one thing you learn today is when your pieces are in the corner, it has got less value. Tell me.
Less value.
Tell the sentence.
When the pieces are in the corner, the pieces have less value.
Less value. There's no big value. There is some value, but it's not as good as it is the center.
But only the queen has because queen can go 20
Compared to queen here is
more space.
more space. What is the comparison? The idea is if you are here, you are controlling the whole board. If you are here, you are controlling less squares in the board. Understood? Any doubts so far? Now what is left out? Pawn. How many squares?
2 of them.
Correct. It has got only 2 of them because it did not down till here. And either one,
It's very easy.
very easy.
One we say the pawn is over.
Right, wait, what is it?
One thing we want to tell means we will tell for the pawn movements if we tell it's over. One thing. He's telling if we tell one square or 2 squares, the pawn movement is over.
Oh, okay, no. I will make it complicated. Okay. Now how many squares?
4.
Oh,
1, 2, 3.
now it is got. You can go here, or capture. Pawn captures diagonally.
But only one step.
Only one step. Now we cannot. If these 2 pawns are this, what is the story? What is the story? Now white has to.
White will capture this pawn and after capturing this pawn, it can move.
Now white has no move.
Because the pawn is blocked.
Blocked. Both the pawns are.
But if some piece is here, it can
No,
capture.
no, I am not counting. In this position. Always this
We
can't.
can take any piece and we can take this pawn.
I am not going so far. Making very simple. In this position, white has to play.
No.
No. Simple. We don't want to complicate things. We will go for that later. Okay. No, white cannot. Alright? Okay. Now black has to. No.
No move.
Black also has no move. Black also has no move, white also has no move. Right. Okay, now we sort of know almost the basics. Right? Shall we play again? We are waiting to play again. That's why I will not, you don't have to play a game with me. I will try to see how good you are. So you both should have a notebook. Arrange the book. We will see one game how you play. So that you have to sit. Don't arrange the board.
But take a new fresh page.
Yeah, take a fresh page, put today's date. I want everything written in your new notebook.
But we don't have new notebook here.
We can buy one new notebook, not a problem.
But in this
You just write for now, you write. Then we'll plan other things. Okay, today I'm going to test your thinking. Are you ready for that? I'm going to see how you're going to think.
I write V and E.
No, you have to write. I'll tell you. You just arrange the board. You put white, little space, black. Clear the space. Okay. The board is arranged. Okay. Don't have to know one more thing is you should not when you're playing a game, wait. When I talk, always forget everything. When you're playing a game, what you should do is
Remember the process.
forget about the writing. Don't even think that there's something new. Only focus on it.
After we move the piece, you should write.
That's okay. I'm going to tell that again. So you arrange the board properly, correctly. The queen, king, everything is correct. Okay, this can be crossed, that's your own choice. But I like to keep this, you can keep our own. Now, what we are going to do is, you have a notebook to write, we have a clock, next time I'll bring the clock. Okay, there is time. Say half an hour each, or 1 hour each, or 10 minutes each. There is different modes of playing. Now, what we should do is focus on the chessboard. Nothing should trouble the chessboard. Anything else should be out of the way. The clock can leave. Okay. So if you bring something like this and keep it in the board, this is distraction. Even your score sheet should not come to your place.
We can keep the scores.
Yes, you can keep it or you can leave it on your lap or somewhere on the side. Okay. Now, today we are going to see one game where I'm going to think, test your thinking level. Ready? One second, please. Okay, generally, till I get the game, generally what is your first move? Huh? Okay, you play E4, show me the E4 move. Okay, what move you play? No, you have to see whenever I talk, you have to look at it. Otherwise, you will not understand. Don't look at the move. Now, he plays, as white, he plays E4. What is your move as white? I'm asking you. You can show your whites.
C4.
You play C4.
He doesn't have a
That is not okay. Don't get confused. What I
What's
ask
the
you.
Syrian defense? He only knows the first one.
Okay, no, I'll tell you. Whatever you learn so far, forget it. What I'm teaching you today, focus on it. Don't get confused. Somebody teaches, don't learn it. What I am teaching, you focus
But
on
now
that.
just go.
Forget it. No problem. Don't have any course. What I am teaching, only focus on that. Write it down. I want to see your everything written in the notebook. Fine. Fine. Just tell that your Wi-Fi thing. No? Your Wi-Fi. Because mine is disconnected. Okay. We will come to that. White plays E4. Now what we should do? White has to press that.
For we keep this as the book.
So that is it. You have to press that. You have to have fun pressing that. You got white is
ಇವಾಗ ಇದು ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನೋಡಿ ಏನು ವೈಫೈ ಬಂದಿದೆ
Santosh 40.
ಅದು ಬಂದಲ್ಲ ಓಕೆ
Okay, you focus now.
Finish.
Okay, I made the move and I pressed the clock, wrote it down. You just simply write down. You just make the first one, white's move. E4. Have you written as well? Okay. No touching. So who has to play? Each player gets only one chance to play.
The
It's
first
all
one.
you are black. I am white. I made my first note. I told you don't bring the hand. I played white, that is E4. E4 means what?
Controlling the set.
The pawn is moving to E4 square. You can either possible. See the move connect. See the pawn moves to E4. So what you have to write there?
AIR 723
7, 3,
43
okay. So now I made the pawn to move the pawn to E4. But I made pawn, you have to listen. Okay, always keep looking at me. The pawn moves to E4. Have you written the notation so far when you have played any game? First time you do. So every time you should use. Even if you both are playing for fun, you should write it. Then why you should write it?
Whatever mistake we did, we can correct it.
Okay, then
We can play the game again.
again you can go through the game again. Then what are the reasons? First is when you play again, whatever.
We can remember what we played in last game.
Fine, that is one. Some note you have to check your previous games. Now, the main reason for you to write is we are playing the game. I am winning. But you are feeling jealous. Or you are winning. I am feeling jealous. I pushed the button. What happens? Does anybody know who's winning? There is no proof that I am winning or you are winning. So that is why when you write the rotation, what will happen is, we can, even though the board falls, or suddenly your wind is coming, board is coins are moving, we can get the game from the wind. Why? One more thing I can tell is, my son, my younger son, he was 5 years old. Okay, this is very important for you to know. When he was 5 years old, he played under 15. So under 15 is big difference. Okay, he was only the size of this size it was. The coin just was, it was big for him. So he was playing under 15. He was winning the game. This is 2 hours, 4 hours game. Continuously 4 hours you have to sit in the hall, you cannot come outside. No parents can come and say, only the players will be there. So he was in like 30th, 35th move, he was winning the game. He was confident. So he went to the restroom. Restroom. He went to the restroom. And when he came, this is all 15 years old. 15 years and 5 years, big difference. He made, because he knows my son is winning, he made some changes. 1 or 2 pieces he moved and kept. My son came and saw this board, some changes happened. So he called the arbiter. Arbiter means somewhere. For the chess is somewhere. And so I was winning them, but there's some changes he's made. And the arbiter couldn't speak English, she knew only Tamil. So he told, bring the chief arbiter, I gave some changes as well. Chief arbiter is women's grandmaster. Her name is Aarti Ramasamy. She came. And the opponent told, I didn't do anything, you can check. Then what they did is they reset the whole board from starting. Understand? From starting they arranged, they checked both the score sheets, came till that move, till 30 or 35th move they came, and there they saw the opponent has made some changes. He kept on pieces in his favor. Something is made some changes. So then they got the game. So the mistake was this. It was illegal. They should generally ban him from the game. He will not be allowed to play because he's cheating. Cheating. So that's cheating. But my son told, let him play and I will win. Then from there he won. So that is why we should write the locations. For any game, it's very, very important. Because in the Nilgiris district,
But some people, when we go to watch, they'll change the board and they'll also change the
generally they don't do that. Not everybody do that. Some people are like that. Not everybody. They know. We get the whole game from the beginning. If I complain, you can never play chess for some time. They will ban you from tournaments. There are some people, I'm not supposed to name which places. There they do cheating. They do all sort of cheating. But we from English, we don't know to cheat. Okay. Some other places, they do cheating. So whenever you go, you can go to the restroom, you can see other games. You cannot sit for long. 4 hours you sit in one place, you become tired. Okay? So you can do it, but writing notation is very important. Because the reason in Nilgiris, everybody plays chess. That means when there is a tournament happening, people play chess. When they play, they will only play chess, a game of it. If you keep a clock, they'll get tensed. They don't start panicking, they'll be shivering. If you keep on score sheet, here they'll make mistakes, here they'll make mistakes, they'll forget to press the clock. So the game is lost. So now we are getting trained in international level. Tomorrow, after 6 months, if I am the world champion, if you are playing the world champion, you can just relax. Now I am doing that training. I am world champion. Okay. Okay. In 6 months, I am the world champion. You are playing it. You will be sitting relaxed. If you know all these 3 things, doing properly, no hurry. What I told you? What we should do? After the move is made, what should you do?
Press the clock.
Press the clock,
Then
write the location, then think. Okay, I'll tell you when to think, where to think, how to think, how much time to think also. Because simply for this, you don't have to think for 1 hour. If I tell you to think for 1 hour, is there any meaning? So you can, after a make move, you are ready, already prepared. That preparation you do. My idea is to make you play internationals in 6 months. Are you ready for that? Not district, state, nationals. Directly internationals. You want to become international players? We have to do what we can. Okay. Now, what is the next point I was going to tell you? White's first move is e4. Now you told what was Sicilian. Whatever, whoever taught you before, forget it. Now you can watch the video again, go through the whole game. It's a recap. And you have to 100% buy a new, both of you have to buy two notebooks and write it down. All whatever you know. Fine. Okay, generally what are the best moves in
But in this match, we'll write in this.
now you can write after today. Next, before I come to the next class, you should be covered with the notebook and all the points written. Okay, generally in the international tournaments, what are the best moves? I will tell you. Best opening moves are either this move, that is called E4, or
Queen D5.
D4. You have seen. Okay, D4, or one more opposite.
Sicilian defense.
Don't get confused. You don't know. Whichever I can only. Okay.
You know that
No problem.
from last class when you told
Oh,
us,
okay.
yeah.
Easily I can.
Knight C3.
I think. Okay.
Knight
Knight,
C3.
knight C3. Okay, knight C3 is not the favorite. Either these two pawn moves, you can choose whichever you want. And the next move is knight F3. Fine. Okay, why do you think these three moves are mostly played even any level of problems? Can be international, can be state, can be national, district. Why are these three moves mostly played? Why? I taught you an example earlier. What is that example? What are these three doing?
Controlling this.
That is what. Beautiful. Now, which is the center?
D4, D5, E4, E5.
E4, E5, D4, E5. Now, when you bring this pawn here, it is controlling what space?
E4,
E4. Is it-
D4,
Is it E4? It is on E4.
E5.
What are the squares it is controlling?
E5 and D4.
Okay, now, is it controlling this square? Give me one pen. No, it's okay. Is it controlling this square? Is this pawn controlling this square?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. You? No. Why?
Because the pawn cannot take it.
Correct. Now, this pawn is not controlling this square. It is controlling this square and this square. Generally, you think we include this also, but this is not controlling. Because if you bring this pawn here, what we can do?
I can take it.
They can catch it. If this pawn comes here,
I can take it.
we can catch. But if this pawn comes here,
We can.
they cannot catch. It's blocked. So now this pawn is controlling these two squares. Fine. Okay. That is E4. That's called king's opening, king's pawn opening. Because it's front of the king. This pawn is front of the king, it's called king's pawn opening. Now if I play D4, it's called D4. So what are the squares this pawn is controlling?
C5,
C5,
D5.
E5, not D5. C5, E5. This squares, you cannot do anything because, but what?
But even if they play this here, we play this here, and they take it, we take this with the.
Correct. Okay. That is. I will come. So I'm not teaching everything one time. Slowly, good, very good. That's the correct point. You will take. See, your point is if we come here, it comes here. We take. He'll take. Okay.
And then if it comes here, if the pawn comes here, then this pawn comes here, then we move this pawn here. This takes us, we don't have any backup.
Okay, good. You are very advanced. Nice, very nice. I like that. We'll come slowly we'll learn. We'll learn, build up slowly. Otherwise, too much will come, no, we'll forget it. Okay, now we go step by step. Now this pawn is played here. It is controlling these two squares. I'm telling you about opening areas. Because everybody generally stick to only one opening. They know only to play this. If somebody else plays something, they'll get confused. So we should also have the D for knowledge. This is also controlling these two squares. And why n? There are two nights. What is the difference between this night? I want you to think. You're not looking at me. I want you to tell me the difference. It's a very general question. Why is this? Both the nights are same. Both these forms are same. These two are most favorite played worldwide. That means any big tournament that this easily they play this or this. Now, what is the difference between this night opening and this night opening? And I am telling this is the worldwide played move.
Even this knight is in black square and this knight is in white square.
Okay.
But when this goes and lands anywhere, it can only go to black square. And when the black square knight goes and lands anywhere, it can go to white square. In the next time it goes, it can go to black square. And the next time this knight goes, it can go to black square.
Check it.
White square.
Check it. Very good. So that's a nice point which I didn't tell you, but you found it. Whenever knight lands, if it's in a dark square, it's a very simple point. You don't have to remember this, but whenever a knight lands, if it's in dark square, it lands on a dark square, you go to light square. And the same thing applies in light square. It will go on a dark square. Okay, that's a good point. Okay. Now, my question is very simple. This knight is also there, this knight is also there. Both can go opening moves. Either this or this. But I am telling this is worldwide played. And this is not favorite. Why?
Because if we are white and then we play
No,
here.
I'm not telling that. I'm asking my question is, why this is first best move?
Because the pawn can't come.
Okay, then. Okay, now if I play this,
The pawn can come.
this pawn cannot come here. But why I am telling this is a good move?
Because if this comes, then if this comes, we have to open in here. But it's also opening the diagonal of the king.
Okay, I will give you a very simple idea. Either this move or this move, you should learn both. Because you cannot always play this move. If you always play, see, we are playing regularly 10 games we are playing every day. So if I am playing this move all the time, you know how to handle it. You know, sir is playing this move, yeah, you know how to handle it. Okay? But if I suddenly play this move, you are confused. I'll confuse. So you will have to prepare on the board. Prepare on the board is sit and think here. But what preparation we are doing is before going to an international tournament, we know everything. Not everything, at least 80% we should know. Everything nobody knows with this. Okay. So we have to do homework. Every day you can work for half an hour time they have, you can, I will give you some work. You sit and work alone, separately, you have two boards. So. You sit in one board, you sit, don't go play in the same, work on the same board. Okay. Now my point is, this night is a better night. Why? Because after this knight moves, now bishop can come also. You understand? Forget these two points. I'm just showing you an example. Now you're ready for what is this called?
Castling.
Castling. Okay. Now this is what you asked me the question of O-O. I will write the notations for you. Okay. So now it is quickly developed and done. Now if I bring this knight, what happens? How long?
We can move this one.
Let's forget it. I need to bring the
Move the
hound.
bishop.
Then I need to bring the queen. Then how many moves it's taking? It is taking at least one move extra more than this. So that is why generally not okay. No, what do you know about castling? Do you know about castling?
Yes.
Okay, what is castling?
Keeping the king safe.
Okay, not keeping the king safe. There is one special move. There is a special move in chess. Now we saw one thing. I'll tell you. What is that? What is the piece that can jump? Knight. You not answer. What is the piece that can jump? Knight. Now there is one special move. Only once in the game you can do that. That is called castling. In castling, there are two ways of castling. Okay, this it is getting recorded. You can go on write this down. There are two ways of castling. What is castling? As if you can show the movement. You can do the movement.
And then also.
No, wait. You do it like wait. Okay, this is.
Then-
Wait. I'll come to that. I'll come to
Also
that.
the-
I'll come to that. Okay, now this is called
Things.
king side castling, which is called short castling also. Short is very short. The area is very less. Okay. Now, what is the other castling? Show me.
Queen side.
Queen side castling. This is either called queen side castling or
But as can
long.
be
We will
castle.
not go it after. Before that. It's either called queen side castling or long castling. You can see it's longer, no? It's longer. This is short. Short castle, long castle. So this is called, how we write the notation is O dash O. 0 dash 0 or O dash. This is called O dash O. It's a straight O dash O. And this side it is called
Here.
simply write it. O dash O. That you will more clear. Okay? No, you don't write. You don't write.
O dash, O dash, O.
Okay. This is called O dash O dash O. Just write.
O dash, O dash.
Okay. Here is one rule here. I think you should know. Before doing this castle, there are these pieces in between. Right? What are these pieces? These pieces are there. All these pieces are there. 5 pieces are there. Before that gets clear. So now bishop went out, knight went out. Okay. I moved the king somewhere in the middle of the game. I moved it back. Now can I castle? Why?
Because the king is.
King is still.
Even if the rook moves, we can press.
Correct. If either of these two pieces has been moved, you cannot castle. Okay? It can be the king, gone here, gone back, castle. The rook came here, rook went again there. No, you cannot castle. The similar thing here also. These 3 pieces should have gone outside. If any of these pieces have been moved, there is no castle. And when you do castling, these points you should write it down. When you do castling, which is the first piece you should touch? King. Why? There is always a way.
Yes, we move the king here and we move the rook here.
Okay, now this mistake you will do. This happens even higher level of play also. So whenever you touch the king, now I am touching the king. I can either move the king here, I can castle this side, or I can castle this side. But if I touch the rook, what happens? Can I castle? My opponent will call the arbiter and tell, sir, he is touched the rook, so it's a rook suit. So I can move the rook here or here. Okay. Say for example,
But I can move this rook because we can castle this side.
you can castle
In
this.
castling, if you move this here and if you do like this, they think we are moving the. They think we are moving the rook, so we can't castle. So if you move the king here, they can easily understand.
Correct.
The king
Very
is jumping into the square.
Once you jump here, it's called, they know it's a castle. Okay. Now, why this we should do is, okay. These things will happen in the game. Okay. Now, I want to castle. Can I castle? Wait.
Because if the king goes there, it's a
I
check.
didn't tell you, say I'm castle. Can I castle in this question? Yes or no?
We can castle.
I can castle. Show me. You castle this side. You castle that side. This side I cannot castle because this bishop is controlling here. Which I cannot jump because there's a check square. It's checking here, right? Bishop is checking here. So I cannot jump here. Forget this bishop also. Now in this position, are you understanding? This bishop is controlling this square. So I cannot jump like over. Now, here is why the king touching first king. You should touch the king first. Now by mistake I touch the rook. The opponent will tell rooks. By mistake, I was thinking something, I pressed the rook. So now what happens?
King plus.
Now to make the rooks. So now by rook, where it can go to?
F block.
Right?
F1, F1, G1.
You can go two squares. You cannot go. You can go two squares.
But both the squares.
Rather than I go, I am losing my rook. Okay. If I come here, free rook. Free rook. And if I come here,
Free.
it's not free. What?
But we are exchange.
What exchange?
Not exchange because
Bad exchange. Bad exchange. No, if I come here, it's pieces for waste. If I come here, it is a exchange by how many points?
3 to 3.
I am losing 5 points, getting only 3 points, which is
We are exchange.
bad for me, good for the other.
But if we take the bishop also, we can castle.
No, you cannot cast. How can you cast?
Also queen check we can castle.
No, you cannot cast.
Because king has
King is good. Okay, these are simple things you should know. Because sometimes when you are playing, you will not know whether you have castled. You will make mistakes. You think you have castled, but there will be some confusion. So always you should know about the castling. Do you have any doubts about castling? Okay, now, next question. Okay. Now what is the story? Castling story. What is about castling?
we can
Now, what is about the castling story? Can castling be done?
yes.
Sure. Why not the same?
Because the king jumps here, it's a check.
It is illegal because this square is controlled by the knight.
But if the second illegal was,
No,
then
we will come to that later. We'll come to that. Okay. Second illegal will come to that. Now, in this position, I cannot cast it because this square is
control.
under check. So king cannot jump to a check square. Fine. Now illegal. What is illegal? What is the
A
word?
place that we can't even move.
Okay, now I want a simple meaning of illegal. Maybe I'm not talking about just illegal. What is illegal? What is legal? Okay. Legal means you can do. We will make it simple. Illegal means you should not do. It's against the law. Right? So whatever is illegal in chess means if there is something which you should not do, if you do that, it's illegal. Simple. Okay, what you should not do in chess?
Not take the king to a check square.
Okay, that is if you go here, it is illegal. So if I'm dreaming. Okay, I should think, but I'm dreaming. So I play this. What happens?
They will tell illegal.
We both are playing. I'm having lunch, I'm feeling sleepy. So instead of playing here or here, I played. So what will you do?
Illegal.
Whom you will do?
Or this.
You cannot tell me. So what you should do is, you should, after I move here, you should stop the clock. There is a press and press here, and in the middle there is a pause button. Here there is a pause. If you press it, time will stop for both of us. So you should pause the clock until, you should stand up until arbiter. You stand up and raise your hand, the arbiter comes in. 1,000 people will be playing. So if you put your hand up and stand, it's a will come. So you can tell arbiter illegal. You can tell if you move from here to here. So arbiter will say illegal. Now in chess, now earlier they gave 3 illegal moves. They are playing. You are not looking at me. If you look at me only, you answer. Okay, always look at me. Fine. So you remember I told something. If you are looking there, you might miss something. So earlier they gave 3 illegal moves. So first time you can make one illegal. Second time also you can make one illegal. Third time if you make, it is lost.
Second time itself it's lost.
No, now it is one illegal alone. So that means you can make one mistake. Next time you make illegal, game lost. So they will write, the arbiter will come and make a note. One illegal, you write. The score sheet is 0. You write one illegal by white. Please say. Yes.
But
Yes. What?
the Kingfisher Knight came to hear not letting them to castle, so they can castle the city. So in that case, they can.
There. Yes. They will get that. But before that, he has a book.
But if they take the knight also, the pawns are double.
Double. Okay. We'll get to that point in a minute. Okay. How much time here? No. I can keep taking it. Forget about time only.
4:30 till 4:30.
4:30. You're okay? Or you want to learn?
Huh? They don't want to go there, they want to continue.
Next class you're going. That's you will get addicted here. I know that. I'm not teaching chess. I'm teaching story.
Shall we leave for 2 minutes break? Let them go.
We'll go have a break. We'll just finish in 5 minutes. Then we'll take a break. I also will take a break. in 10 minutes. Okay, we'll plan the break because we are live, no? You don't want somebody is watching us, it's not wasted. So far you are clear. Okay? We are clear or not?
Yes.
Did you know all these things before this? Whatever, have you learned anything new today? Did you learn anything new or it's all you know? All? You learned something new, whatever. You have to answer, yes?
Counting those squares.
Counting the space. How did you count the space?
7, 7, 14.
That idea is normal. So if you close your eyes, you have to answer. You can close your eyes, queen here. Close your eyes and tell me how much space.
Then
11. Now there is a change. Earlier, the board was empty. Okay. Now the board is filled up. So what happens? The squares are less. Understood? So that's why if you know that
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
hmm,
10.
okay, now in this question I will tell you. Okay, now in this question, how many moves are there? We'll finish with this and we'll start again. In this position, how many moves are there? No, total number of moves. You don't have to touch. My first rule, what is my first rule? Do not touch unnecessarily. Do not keep the hand on the table or the board. You have to only eyes as to. Okay, now tell me 13 moves. You. How many moves? All the moves. All the legal allowed moves.
13.
Okay. You both have got 13. Show me.
Actually 15.
No, use this pen.
Actually 15.
Actually, we will see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Hmm.
11, 12, 13.
13. Okay.
1,
You got your answer?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Okay. There are two extra squares. There are two captures. You can capture it, no? You forgot the square. But then is next story. Now if you ask now, total number of squares. That is okay, it's going. But even if you take care also, it's going. But our question is how many squares? So you forgot to count these two squares. This only will happen through practice. Every day you practice this. Simple, very simple. You can just practice it. Get good. Okay, now any doubt? Next 2 minutes I clear out and take a break. Any doubt so far? If you don't have a doubt, that means you know everything. Correct. Next, last question.
That means if we do king side castle, we should write O dash O. If we do queen side castle, we should do O dash O dash O.
Yes. Yeah, that's both the ways of castle. Short castle, long castle. Anything else? No. We will take a break. After some time, we will start now. Okay. Okay, fine.